Hi, my name is Jackie and welcome back to my channel. Today is the day that I've been talking to you guys about for weeks now, I think. We are going to look at Gyokuro from a Japanese green tea company. Now, full disclaimer, this tea was sent to me for free in exchange for reviews. This is the second time that I've tasted some stuff from Japanese green tea company. I tried them in the past, I think maybe 2 years ago. Since then, I've advanced a little bit more on my tea journey. I discovered the amazingness that is Gyokuro. So I'm really excited to be talking to you guys about this today. So first, I have some notes here. I don't look as put together as Jan from Tea with Jan and her little tablet. So I just wrote some notes on my grocery list paper. Japanese Green Tea Company is based out of Portland, Oregon, but all of their tea comes from the Aroma tea farm in the Shizuoka prefecture in Japan. And Japanese Green Tea Company and of course the tea farm are very passionate about the dirt. There's two unique things about this tea farm, and that is, one, they practice a traditional farming technique called the Chagusaba method. Surrounding the tea farm, there is natural and man-made grasslands, and then they cut the grass, they dry the grass, and then they use that grass as like mulch and insulation for the ground that obviously the tea is growing in. That aids in sustainability. It helps with keeping the biodiversity in the area. It also, in terms of the tea plant, it locks in moisture, it locks in nutrients. It also keeps the ground from freezing. The second thing that sets the Aroma tea farm and Japanese green tea company apart from other green teas that you might have tried is they add sugarcane to their soil. That's acting as like a fertilizer for the tea, and it's also going to add this natural sweetness to the green tea. Gyokuro is sort of like a premium Japanese tea, and this also has like a really unique cultivation process. So towards the tail end of the growing period for the Gyokuro, they cover the tea plants with mats to shade it from the sun. As a result, photosynthesis slows down, chlorophyll production ramps up, which helps to create this tea's signature like deep green hue. Like it's, oh my gosh, this tea is so beautiful. It also amps up the caffeine and L-theanine production. And L-theanine, if you're not familiar with it, it is an amino acid that, how do I want to explain it? It sort of counteracts the jitteriness that you can get from drinking caffeine. So after you drink Gyokuro, you kind of get this like feeling of being alert, but being kind of like chill. This is just sort of like a calm, focused alertness. Like I am super productive when I drink Gyokuro. So it comes in a cardboard container, and then on the inside it comes in a silver foil pouch. There is a Best By date on this. Oh, you can't really see it, but it says 8/20/20. It'll be gone by then. It'll be long gone by then. Also at 1.8 ounces, this cost about $35. To compare that to something that maybe you're more familiar with, so like Adagio has Master's Teas. Their Gyokuro for 1.5 ounces, so that's 0.2 ounces less than this, it's the same price. So if you go through Japanese Green Tea Company, you're gonna get a little bit more for the same price that you would be paying Adagio. And do I believe that Gyokuro is worth that price point? I really do, because like I said, this is unlike any green tea I have ever experienced. I'm not that into green tea, but I am right now, I am obsessed with Gyokuro. When you first smell the tea leaf, it smells like, it makes me think of seaweed, but like sweet seaweed. And then I happened to, one of the things that I've kind of gotten into doing, regardless if I'm using this brewing vessel specifically to brew the tea or not, is I like to toss some of the tea leaves into a warmed up gaiwan and give it a shake. and then smell the tea leaves because that definitely changes the fragrance of the tea. So while this just out of the bag smells like sweet seaweed, when you put it into a warm gai wine or just a warm, I guess, brewing vessel in general, it still has that sweet seaweed of fragrance about it, but there's also this really nice savory brothy fragrance that surfaces, and that's actually one of the delightful characteristics about this tea is sometimes it has a tendency to be an umami bomb, and I love that. So the dry tea leaf are these deep green, almost needle-like tea leaves, and the leaves are so tender and delicate. Part of that is because of the shade growing process, and the other factor contributing to these delicate, tender needles is the steaming process that the tea leaves go through. So the tea steeps up to sort of this, steeps up sort of to a yellow color, and I think maybe also, maybe like I want to say it's tinted just the slightest bit green. It looks like springtime in a cup to me. I love it. And let's go ahead and give it a taste. You still get the vegetal quality that you might be familiar with a green tea, but there's also this really nice brothy umami that just kind of washes across my tongue. And then the finish of this is really quite sweet. The second infusion is just as lovely as the first infusion. I will say that I think the umami characteristics are much more subtle, but the sweetness comes out a lot more. It actually reminds me of chewing on the end of tasseled pieces of grass, like you know how you see farmers or cowboys chewing on grass. Like that's the flavor that it reminds me of. I had a really good session with this a couple weekends ago. Like I obviously love my flavored blends because I review them quite a lot on my channel. But my favorite kinds of tea, whether they be a flavored blend, but more often than not, they're the plain teas, are teas that make me feel things, teas that make me feel nostalgic, that remind me of my childhood. And I had this really great session with this tea a couple weekends ago where it just transported me back to very specific sensations and memories from my childhood. And I guess if you like your tasting notes with a little bit more abstractness about them, I wrote about that tasting experience over at my blog. So I'll go ahead and link that below. While this tea tastes amazing and makes me feel super productive after I sip it, it also made me feel nostalgic. And for me, like, that's almost as important as how great does it taste, which by the way, this tastes great. So that's what I have for you today. This wonderful Gyokuro tea. It is right now, it is one of my favorites. I look forward to drinking this tea every chance I get. And Japanese Green Tea Company produces or puts out a wonderful Gyokuro. If you enjoy Gyokuro, or if you're curious about exploring Gyokuro, I encourage you to check it out. If you're not comfortable spending the $35 on a tea that you've never consumed before, I understand that. Luckily for you, for about $4, you can get a sample serving of it, which should do 2 cups. It's definitely a tea if you're looking to explore green tea a little bit more. If you are convinced you don't like green tea, this might change your mind. I'm wondering, do you have a favorite green tea? Let me know about it in the comments below. Or have you ever tried Gyokuro? Tell me your thoughts about it. And if you enjoyed this video, please consider liking and subscribing, and I hope to see you guys again soon. Bye.